broken neck.
A broken neck.
Yes, some fractured vertebrae. I believe she doesn't have any feeling in her right hand.
Ms. Hill, is that a result of this accident here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Thank you so much for coming. So she's charged, you are charged, man, with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. It looks like you had court on the 3rd of this month. No one appeared. And so we issued the warrant. So right now your case is in warrant status. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man. Okay, please.
On August 11, 2024, officers were dispatched to a crash call in Houston, Texas. They spoke with the witness, who advised that he arrived on scene soon after it happened. And then he observed defendant in the driver's seat of her vehicle, and he observed her vehicle crash into another vehicle in the middle of the roadway. Defendant's vehicle had heavy front damage and was facing oncoming traffic. The complainant's witness vehicle also had heavy front end damage. Officers spoke with the defendant, who stated she was driving at the time of the crash. The car was registered to the defendant. Defendant appeared disoriented, had swaying, staggering, and had slurred speech and a moderate odor of an alcoholic beverage. Standard fields of writing tests were administered, and HGN had 6 out of 6 clues. Walk and turn and one leg stand were not completed due to injuries to defendant's legs. Defendant was taken to Ben Taub ICU. A blood warrant was drafted and blood was taken.
You don't have the results of the blood, do you?
Check, Your Honor.
Do we have a strong odor of alcohol? Do we have?
Certification mild odor of alcohol.
Okay, because that's, I was wondering how.
Yes,
Okay.
and there's no blood results.
Do they, again, I'm assuming they didn't do a DRE. So we know whether it's pills, whether it's
No, Your Honor.
marijuana. I mean,
Not that I know, Judge. I don't believe so.
Ms. Hill, if I drug test you now, what's going to show up?
Because I think she'll be fine.
My concern is if you're taking pills, right? That's my concern, is that if you're driving in a car, you're taking pills, you're about to fall asleep and you end up wrecking. And
She said she will have no problem taking a drug test for that, Judge.
yeah, I mean, my concern is this, is that you now, it looks like you're injured pretty bad, right? And they're going to give you a lot of dope to help kill the pain. And that's always when it starts. And then it becomes a very, very slippery slope, because once you got that monkey on your back, meaning pain pills, it is very, very difficult to shed. I mean, in some people, it's almost impossible, and they become lifelong addicts, and they're in and out of the pokey. That's what I'm trying to prevent with you. So I am ordering you now not to use any alcohol or any dope whatsoever. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. You're going to be healing on your own in custody. Do you understand? When I mean no dope, I mean no dope from any sources whatsoever, no self-medicating. I'm telling you, I'm going to drug test you like crazy, and I want to know that you're not using. Do you understand me, man?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a Texas driver license, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
No, sir.
Then you're not allowed to drive. No driving whatsoever until I see that you have liability insurance with your name on it and you get court approval from us. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will reinstate your bond now, meaning that I'm going to take the warrant away. This is the only time I'm going to do it. If you miss court again.
It was at ACI-OC. We issued a warrant, there was no bond against it.
Okay, so we'll have to set our bond now. I mean, no, well, I guess we set the bond at 2501. I'll just keep it at that amount, but we'll give her a PR bond. So I'm going to give you a PR bond today, Ms. Hill. This is the only one that you're going to get. You pick up another DWI, you start violating conditions. I'm serious as a heart attack, into jail you will go. Do you understand? Mom, should we be concerned? Is she okay? You know her better than anyone else. All I'm trying to do is I don't want her to go to jail again. And I don't know if she has a drug or alcohol issue that we need to address. You know her better than anyone else. And the problem is if she goes to jail, who do you think she's going to call begging for her to bond out? You. And right. And then when they put on the water show on you, it's going to be very difficult for you not to do it. And then you get to be on the hook for a bunch of money. I'm trying to prevent that. So do we have any drug or alcohol issues with Miss Hill?
Right now, she has been sober.
What's the drug of choice? Is it pills?
It was marijuana, but she's been sober. She made that decision before the accident to stop. So,
Before the accident or
Mhm.
after the accident?
no, before the accident.
We have this accident though, and the blood test gonna show something.
Possibly. I don't know what the blood test is.
And I don't know, but I'm putting you on notice.
Yeah.
No more. I'm gonna test you like crazy. I hope that you understand this, Miss Hill.
I do.
Okay,
If it means anything, I do think that she has had the scared straight moment with this accident. She's on her own taking an alcohol awareness class. I did not tell her to take that. So I know that she's been proactive in her own recovery during this time.
look how banged up you are. Look at your hand, man. Look. I mean, you're lucky you didn't kill yourself. You were really lucky that you're not paralyzed. I mean, I think, are you? Be careful. These small decisions you make now will impact you for the rest of your life. You've got a great lawyer. He will help you out. You must maintain contact with him. I will waive your appearance, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna drug test you like crazy. Be ready, because within the next couple of weeks, you will be called to take a drug test. If you don't show up, I will issue a warrant. Do you understand me, Ms. Hill? So be ready. If you don't have a prescription, and even if you do have a prescription for something, you can still abuse it, and that's what we don't want. Mom, please be careful, you've got one very short life to live. Okay, I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive until you get insurance. At that point, Mo,
Thank you, Your Honor.
she doesn't have any prior DWIs, does she?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
No priors at all.
Ms. Hill, we want you to live a long life, not like this.
Thank you.
The other thing that you need to consider, you get into this accident, if you didn't have insurance, who do you think they're gonna come after? Depending on how much damage there is, $30,000, $40,000, who are they gonna come after? No, whose car is this? Whose car was it? It was your car? You didn't let her borrow the car, did you?
I'm sorry, that was her.
Okay, yeah, you need to consider these things, Okay, thanks, Mo.
Thank you for your
Come
time.
on.
Thank you.
She can't leave because we're gonna need to meet with Rachel for the PR bond and for bond conditions, so,
Thanks, Judge.
okay.